Oh, thanks very much, Tom. Don't know if you want to dematerialize or go and do some shopping, but I'm sure we've had, you'll join me in agreeing that we've had a really interesting 2 days here. It's been a great pleasure for me, of course, to be back in London. As I said last night, it's not often we get the opportunity to have an ITU meeting in the centre of London. So thanks very much to BT, our hosts, for offering us this fantastic facility that we've enjoyed over the last 2 days, and for their hospitality. It's been really great. And thanks very much to the technicians. Everything's gone so smoothly. Unusual to have a sound system that never goes wrong throughout the whole event. It's really nice. Thanks very much, guys.
Still time.
I shouldn't have said that, perhaps. And thanks very much to Burr, of course, for the reception and last night. It was very nice. Thanks very much. And of course, the presenters. Very interesting presentations, very professional, and excellent moderators that we had. It was notable, I think, that there was a lot of commonality between these presentations. A lot of people tending to say the same thing. A lot of efforts are going on in various organizations very much along the same lines. And I think this illustrates the need for us all to work together in this effort, which is so important for the globe and all its citizens. I think there was 3 sort of areas that need to be addressed. Obviously, the energy consumption of ICTs is a first order issue. Second order is the efficiencies that can be gained through the use of ICTs in other industry sectors, energy, transport, and buildings. And third, I think picking up what Valerie said about the need for a behavioral change, both in business practices and with consumers as well. So there's an educational role there to play. And I think ITU can play a part in each of those areas. As in Kyoto, of course, we noted that estimates vary quite a lot on the impact of ICTs on climate change, both in direct terms and indirect terms. And I was very pleased that you've supported one of the conclusions from Kyoto on the need for ITU to standardize some methodologies for estimating this impact on climate change from ICTs, both directly and indirectly. And I'm quite confident that we'll establish this group next month. It'll be a focus group, so as I said, it'll be open to all interested parties to participate. So very warmly invite you to contribute to this group when we establish it. Very much hope that those that have contributed to this event and the event in Kyoto will join us in this new group. And of course, the SDOs in particular. I'll be attending the Global Standards Collaboration meeting in Boston next month, and we'll certainly invite all the SDOs to participate in this group and feed their efforts into to the group, and hopefully we can come up with a truly international agreed methodologies. So I'd just finally like to thank a few key people. Keith Dickinson, thanks very much, Keith, for the tremendous organization you've put in to this event, and Linda Matthews at the back there, been running around looking after us all so well. Thanks very much to you, and of course thanks, Tom, for taking on the not inconsiderable task of chairing the event so charmingly. Thanks very much. So thanks to you all. Thanks for still staying with us until the last hour. And I hope you all have a very safe trip home. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was about 6 months ago that a number of people from BT, including Keith, who we just referred to, went and spoke to Secretary General of the ITU and to Malcolm about how do we get climate change really, what can the ITU do to assist in the area of climate change. And we've done a lot since with the gathering in Japan, and we committed that we would host this today. So BT is delighted to have hosted this today. I offer my thanks to everybody who has assisted. One additional thank you I would like to say is to all of you who are not primarily English speakers. Thank you for communicating so clearly, as it's easy for some of us, but it's harder for others, so thank you for that. And let's hope we also celebrate the diversity of this event. I think we've had a couple of days where we really need to consider some of the papers. There's been a huge amount of information. So the accessibility of the papers and the review, the work starts after here, and the work isn't actually done in this room. So appreciate the warm welcome from all of you that I've met over the last couple of days. BT will try and lead the way, but as Matt Bross said right at the beginning, we know we're not doing enough. In this room, we held an event a couple of weeks ago for Environment Day. I think it was the 3rd of June. We had a morning of presentations from a number of my colleagues and some external speakers. And we asked the question of the audience, was BT doing enough towards climate change? And interestingly, not a single hand went up, which possibly is that, you know, it's very difficult to do enough. So that was an interesting question. But then I asked people whether they were proud of what the company was doing in the name of climate change. All the hands went up. So this is a huge challenge for all of us. I do encourage any of you, whatever your specialist role in life is, not just to pursue that professional career, but also to recognize that the people behavior, the processes and the other aspects for which others may be specialists, but we all share a role in, will appreciate your encouragement, because the integration of all of these activities, processes, technologies and information is the only way in which we're going to get some way to showing that we may not fail and we may not need to adapt, but meanwhile we'll recognize the clarion call. So thank you very much for your time and a safe journey home.